What's the worst excuse I've ever heard for not leanerizing or slimming down? Aloha, this is Roger Heska, the 49-year-old teenager, and I just want to start off by saying this is not about a guilt trip. Okay, I understand we all have our issues, we all have our problems, and we all have our imperfections. I'm certainly far from perfect. I'm always trying to improve myself. So it's not about that, okay? It's just simply something that I've always found kind of strange when I heard it. So I wanted to talk about it. And quite frankly, some people don't know this because they're not aware of it, okay? So it's a lack of knowledge. And another reason people make this excuse is because of past experiences with other or different weight loss programs. So basically, what I have found strange is that people often will say, "Well," I've heard this, by the way, from clients of mine. I've heard it from friends. I heard it from friends of friends. I've seen it, on social media. And what happens is people say this. They say, "I don't have time to lose weight. Okay, I'm too busy to go on a weight loss program." And to me, that's kind of weird. Besides the fact that, it should be a high priority. I'm not even talking about that. That's a whole separate issue. The thing is that, think about it. Wouldn't it take longer to make yourself big and fat versus making yourself lean and mean? Let's analyze this for a second, okay? So what's involved when you're losing weight? Aren't you losing something? Isn't something shrinking? Aren't you doing less instead of more? Okay? So what's gonna take you more time? Eating one Big Mac or two Big Macs? Okay, and obviously eating two Big Macs is going to make you heavier than eating one Big Mac. So not only is it more expensive to be overweight, it takes more time. I do realize that there are other weight loss factors, and basically in my soon-to-be released anti-blubber super healing formula, which is a weight loss program and a super healing and anti-aging program all combined into one, I talk about three major weight loss factors. But one of the prime ones is simply you've got to cut calories. Presuming your particular problem is a calorie problem. I do realize that there's certain people who have certain health issues, especially in today's world. People are very, very sick due to eating modern foods that are highly toxic and basically life-destroying. But let's move on from that. Let's talk about another way. I'm going to share with you now a technique that can actually save you a lot of time. Now, it's not something you can do every day, but this is just sort of an extreme example to demonstrate that losing weight should actually, or can actually, take less time. All right? And what I'm talking about is, what if you did a 24-hour water fast where basically you could call it 36, just one full day of no eating. You know how much time you save? All you're doing is drinking water. How long does that take? For instance, you'd probably save about hour, maybe an hour and a half of just eating time, depending on how you eat and how you ate in the past. Then, there's no meal preparation. You don't have to cook anything or prepare any food. That might save you about an hour a day right there. Depends on how you eat, and do you eat out, and so on and so forth. If you eat out, you'd have to drive and pay extra money to basically have someone do your meal preparation for you. And then on top of not having to spend time eating and preparing food, you don't have to clean dishes. All right? So who's going to lose more weight? someone who ate one Big Mac that day and fries and a Coke and 3 other meals, or someone who just drank water all day? Okay, so how does losing weight take up all this time? See, to me, it's just not a good excuse. Now, and let me backtrack a little. So basically, if you did a water fast, you could potentially save up to about you could free up about 3 hours of free time on that day that you fasted. And like I said, this is a great idea if you want to, if you've got a lot of work to do, a big project, want to cram it all into one day. See if you can go a day without eating. Okay, but that's a topic for another time. And that is not fasting is not one of the key components of the anti-blubber super healing formula. So this is just an example, sort of an extreme example to show you how much time you can save by losing weight, or how much time you can gain. Okay, now realize this. I think that there's sort of two main reasons people think that going on a weight loss program might take up a lot of time. One is because you might be doing some kind of exercise. Okay, you might think there's a lot of difficult and or time-consuming exercise. Like, for instance, a lot of people who go on weight loss programs think they need to go do 45 minutes to an hour of cardio or aerobics every day. Well, I got good news for you. With the anti-blubber super healing formula, there is no exercise requirement. You don't have to exercise at all. Because I have lost weight many times in my life. And most of those times, in terms of significant weight loss, and most of the times when I've lost weight, it was not because of exercise. Exercise was not the main factor. Now, there are exercises that can definitely speed up the blubber burning process. There's no question about that. And I will be explaining that as bonus material in my soon-to-be released program. But you're going to learn how to lose weight, trim down, burn the blubber, burn the fat, but do so in less time than what you're doing now. Okay? I mean, I'm actually, because I'm currently using my own program to trim myself down. Now, I wasn't what you would call overweight by any means, but for me, for someone who wanted to show off my abs, I needed to trim down a little bit. I wasn't at my super duper slim level. So that's where I'm getting at, and I've already dropped quite a bit, and it's really rather easy. And it wasn't due to an increase in exercise. What I did is I found a way to make it so that I ate less calories but still felt full. Okay? And that's that's a big part of the program, is that I will teach you a bunch of natural appetite suppressants. We're not talking like smoking cigarettes or drinking coffee or taking, diet pills. We're talking about natural means that help you attune you with nature and your body. Okay? So, and the other thing I think that people think is time consuming might be that there's all sorts of fancy recipes. Okay? All I can tell you is with this program, and by the way, there are many different levels of my program. I'm doing the ultimate level right now, which will trim you down the fastest, and is especially good. I call it the ultimate blubber burner, and will trim you down the fastest. When you've got those last, 10 to 25, 10 to 20 pounds that are the hardest for people to lose. But with that program, doing that, I spend way less time preparing food. I'm saving a lot of money because I'm eating less food, and my health is improving. Okay, so the super healing, the anti-blubber super healing formula is a combination of 3 things. One, it's a very effective weight loss, fat incinerating, and appetite suppressing program. 2, it's super healing. Okay, it's going to allow your body to start healing itself, whereas before it wasn't. I mean, even my pulse has significantly lowered because my body's so calm with what I'm doing. And 3rd, it is definitely anti-aging. You know, one proof of that is simply all the results that scientists have gotten with all the different animals and extending their life dramatically by reducing calories. And you know, there's definitely a caloric restriction part of this, but the idea is to make you feel full and satisfied and happy on those less calories, because there are some calories that can make you and some calories that can break you. Okay, not all calories are created equal. All right, so that's it for now. That to me is, you know, the worst excuse. And again, I'm not laying a guilt trip, but the worst excuse, maybe an ignorant or unknowledgeable excuse, is that, oh, I don't have time to trim down. I don't have time to lose weight. Well, you do if you're one of your main ways of doing it deals with food and not with exercise, and deals with simplifying eating versus complicating your eating. All right, so this is Roger Heska, the still 49-year-old teenager, soon to turn into the half-century-year-old youth, or something along those lines. So talk to you soon. Take care. So long. Bye-bye.